Okay, so I decided to do my research paper on the treatment of psychotic disorders, also typically known as mental illness. So I decided to focus on 3 of the treatments that were used in the 20th century. The first one is the lobotomy, and to give you a short description, they used a needle-like instrument and went into your brain through your eye socket, and it was really common for patients to be awake and fully have all their feeling during this procedure, because mental patients weren't really treated. They were kind of treated like animals, not really humans. So the doctors didn't really have respect for them, or the fact that they were stabbing them. The next one is electroshock therapy, which was basically when they used an apparatus and they put, it had 2 sides, one went on each of your temples, and they delivered electric shocks to your brain, and it was basically induces seizures in an attempt to fix mental illness. I think they were kind of just trying to do whatever they could do. They didn't really know what they were doing, in my opinion. Finally, insulin shock therapy. So insulin is it's a chemical that your body produces that regulates the amount of glucose in your blood. So what they did with insulin was they would inject really high doses of insulin into patients in order to put them in comas, and they would repeatedly do this. This was a common treatment for schizophrenia, because they thought that it kind of calmed them down, and in reality they just kind of were numbing them. I chose this topic because, first because I'm interested in medicine, kind of particularly mental illness and psychotic disorders. Also, at the time that we were choosing, I was watching American Horror Story. I have a video, and it's of electroshock therapy. But it's not real, it's from American Horror Story, but it might be kind of upsetting.
Your discretion advised?
Yeah, so just warning you.
Just trying to get you fired.
This woman's a killer. She's a killer. She fucked him. My orange dream. Look at how I love you.
Right. She is a nice one. Given your interest, sister, perhaps you'd like to assist. Just hold these breaths and you're not squeamish, are you? Sister.
What I hope to find out, I hope to discover or kind of cement my ideas of how they actually realized that these treatments were ineffective and inhumane, and how they used that knowledge in order to develop new treatments, such as drugs and therapy and stuff like that we have now today. What I've found so far, I kind of already described that in the beginning, I guess. I found out the basic premise of what each of the 3 treatments are that I chose. And my thesis as of right now is the repeated failed attempts to treat mental patients using these methods eventually led to a change in the way patients were treated and understood. Because I think a big part of it is also that in the 20th century, mental illness was very misunderstood. People were just kind of called crazy and thrown in asylums and just sort of left there to die. And I think it's really important that we now understand what's going on in the brain when these illnesses are happening.